This is a setup for the KAHLES Multizero. Once you have your scope securely mounted to your rifle, you will need your KAHLES multi-key to get started. First step is to remove the dust cover, exposing your Multizero turret. Notice that it will be shipped in position A. If you find that your scope is not in the position A, take your multi-key and move the white arrow to the position A. Now we're ready to begin. Your Multizero system will allow you to sight in 5 different sight settings. Notice that the whole turret will turn for elevation. Removing the side cap is where you'll do your windage adjustments. With a Multizero system, your first distance will always be your closest distance. For this case, 100 yards. Remember, your Multizero turret is for your adjustments up and down. Your windage turret is for left and right. Fire shots until you have a satisfactory group. Now that you've reached zero at 100 yards, use your fingers to hold the Multizero turret, use your multi-key, and move the white arrow from A to B. Now, move your entire turret counterclockwise until it stops. Continue to hold the turret while using your multi-key and moving the arrow from position B to C. What we've just done is created an internal stop for your closest distance for quick reference. Your next 4 distances will be done using these discs with indicator marks, going from bottom to top, which represents closest to farthest away. Now we're ready for our next sight-in distance. Note, at this point we'll only be making elevation adjustments. After achieving 0 at 200 yards, we're going to use our multi-key to move the position of our indicator, simply by lining it up, inserting it into the notch, and move the key to line the indicator mark with the arrow at the base of the turret. Note that the hole in the multi-key allows for visual confirmation of the arrow at the base of the turret when you've reached the proper position. Upon removing the key, confirm that the indicator mark on the bottom disc is lined up with the arrow at the base of the turret. This confirms that you have your second sight-in distance set. On to our next adjustment, in this case 300 yards. Using the turret for elevation up and down till we have a satisfactory group at 300 yards. Note we're using the next indicator mark up. Insert your multi-key into the notch and move it to the arrow at the base of the turret as in the previous step. Note when we remove the key, we confirm that we have the indicator mark lined up with the arrow to confirm our 300 yard setting. On to 400 yards. After achieving a satisfactory group, we're going to insert the key on the next disc up and simply move it to line up with the arrow as we did in the previous 2 steps. On to 500 yards, our last and final distance. After achieving satisfactory 0, we're going to use our Multizero key with the remaining disc, insert the key, line it up with the arrow at the base of the turret as we've done in the previous steps. Congratulations, you have just sighted your KAHLES Multizero in for 5 different sight settings, easily accessible with a twist of a turret. Remember, these 5 different settings can be set for any distances. To easily access your 5 different sight settings, completely turn the turret counterclockwise until it stops for your 100 yard setting, to the first indicator mark for 200, for the next indicator mark for 300, the next for 400, and the final one for 500. At this point, you can put your multi-key in a safe place. You won't need it in the field. The only time you'll need it again is if you put the scope on a different gun, change the bullet weight you've sighted in for, or change the distances that you've sighted in. We hope you enjoy your KAHLES Multizero scope. Thank you for your support and have a great day.
Any caliber, any distance, dead on. KAHLES Multizero, setting standards since 1898.